watching Scout Look Weather's Whitetail Slam.
I love finding a big cedar thicket that's just shredded to pieces, and you have rub after rub after rub. It gives me the ability to pattern that deer and find out which direction he's going and which direction he's coming from.
When I scout my pieces of property, I'm always on the lookout for those big giant rubs, because a buck's gonna leave those. He's gonna leave his sign. He wants those other deer to see him because he's the dominant animal.
When you see a rub line, you know there's a deer in the area, you know he's working it, you know that's a travel corridor, especially if they've been hit 2 or 3 times.
You know, there are 3 basic kinds of rubs, and most hunters just talk about buck rubs, but there are 3 basic kinds. The first one is aggressive rub. That's just a buck taking out his aggression on the nearest vegetation. Doesn't mean a whole lot, but the other 2 do. One is an exercise rub, and the other one is a signpost. This is a beautiful example of an exercise rub. What these bucks are doing is they're preparing for the combat period. Just like an athlete or a professional football player is going to the gym and lifting weights, that's exactly what they're doing. And they're real smart about it. They select different kinds of trees to work different groups, different muscle groups in their neck and shoulders. This one right here, a buck has chosen, it's designed to work the muscles in the back of his neck. So he approaches it, you can see where he pushed out here, he gets up against it and he's pushing. And the tree is giving back, and he will stand here for a long time working the back of his neck. Then he'll go on and find a tree that works another muscle group. So this is an exercise rub. It's a great thing to see in the woods. As we move on towards the breeding time, however, then suddenly we start to see a different kind of rub show up, and that's called a signpost. And deer will select specific tree types and trees for that. They're going to choose bigger diameter trees. They're going to be used year after year after year. You're going to see the scars where the tree tried to heal.
Look right here, there's a mega giant rub on this tree. The buck has absolutely shredded this tree. That tree's probably as big around as my leg. And he is absolutely shredded it. Look at that. Look at the deep gouges he's made in that. That's definitely what you're looking for right there. If I went to try and do that with my pocket knife, it'd take me forever. That's definitely a big, heavy buck. Big, heavy beams. Great big gouges in it. He has absolutely tore it up. Look at that, just shredded it. I need to get a cutting back camera in here on this scrape line and this rub and see what that guy looks like. He's definitely a dominant buck, and I want to find out.
Start your quest for the Slam and register for the giveaways only at Whitetail Slam.